Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 5 of the 5-Pin Universe Pro League. I'm going to be your host today. I'm Dexter Wiseman. We got Mr. Lottie Akers and Steve Barker with us. The Bag Bandit himself. Welcome aboard, guys.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing good. Ready to watch some good bowling and some football later on.
Yeah, that's a busy Sunday. My Dolphins are facing the Raiders, and that's my brother's team, so I can't wait to see them win. We got a full day today, 3 matches. We got the Storm Strikers versus the Northern Knockouts, the Storm Strikers versus the Lumberjacks, and then the Northern Knockouts versus the Lumberjacks after that. Honestly, big first match here. Both teams have kind of not had the start that they were looking for to start the season. Storm Strikers are 1-15, and the Northern Knockouts are 3-21. So this first match is really like 2 teams battling to try to turn their season around early.
Yeah. For the Knockouts, obviously their first week they had all 3 games, which can either be really good or really bad. And unfortunately for them, they lost all 3. So that puts extra emphasis on this game. Storm Strikers, brand new to the league, their first week. Didn't play that bad, ran into a couple good teams, but just 1 point, but they'll be looking to turn it around for sure.
Yeah, looking forward to a good day of bowling. Let's bring in our first match managers. So up first, like I said, we got the Storm Strikers versus the Northern Knockouts. We have Darcy and Andrea in here. Welcome aboard, guys.
Thank you.
Good morning.
How's everybody feeling this morning? How's the team feeling?
We're good.
Darcy, let's start with you. You said your team is a tired bunch this morning, eh?
Oh, yeah, Christmas parties and work until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, they're a little bit tired this morning.
Yeah. Sometimes that's okay, though. Sometimes you can't overthink or, overthrow if you're exhausted. So sometimes that works out for you. You guys are all good on your side there, Andrea?
Yes, we got a few coming off of zone open sets. So practice. I'm ready to go.
Perfect. That's perfect timing for this.
Yes.
So who has to go? Andrea, you guys have to go through your lineup first.
Yes.
Let's hear what you guys got for this morning.
So we're going with Andrew Dunn as leadoff, Brittany Whitten, Aaron Morey, Chris Harris, Stephen Brown, and I have Stephen Woods and Ray Dunphy on the bench, and Dave Hen Jr. sitting today.
Okay. And Darcy, on your guys' side?
We're going to go with Coralie Salaji first, and then Sasha, Rich, Ryan, and Riley, and we have Amanda and Tiana on the bench.
Beautiful. Do you guys have any trash talk you guys want to say before we get started?
No, I'm all good.
For ourselves or for the other team?
All of the above. That's fine.
The only thing I'm going to say is good luck and good bowling.
Yeah, same. Good luck and good bowling to you too.
All right. Good luck, guys. Have a great match.
You too.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Let's just go right into this. Here we are. All right. So we have our first match of the day. Storm Strikers. Let's have Steve go through these. Or no, sorry. That's gonna be Lonnie. Lonnie's gonna go through these.
All right. Yeah. For the Storm Strikers, then we got Brittany Whitten, Aaron Morey, Roy Dunphy, Stephen Brown, Stephen Woods, Dave Hahn, Andrew Dunn, Chris Harris, and manager Andrea Harris, and they bowl out of Plaza Bowl.
Perfect. And for the Northern Knockouts.
The Knockouts, we have Richie and Ryan Bullia, Sasha and Riley Latondra, Amanda McPherson, Tiana Shields, and Coralie Salaji, with manager Darcy Latondra, playing out of Hypertension Escape in Dawson Creek, British Columbia.
Yeah. Awesome. Looking forward to some good bowling here. 2 centers that can score very well. Like I said, two teams that have struggled a little bit out of the gate, but I mean it's still really early in the season, so this is a good opportunity for both of them to turn things around.
Yeah, this is a crucial week to turn that ship around, like you said. Like it's you almost don't want to say your playoff implications are on the line, but you don't want to get behind the 8 ball too badly here.
Absolutely. Especially when relegation is a thing this year, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
100% a thing this year. So you definitely want to put yourself in a decent position early.
Yeah, and pretty cool again with the 5PL that we got a team that far away in BC playing a team from Newfoundland. So geographically, it's pretty tough to get any further away in Canada than these two teams are.
Isn't that the truth? Especially now that Brecken doesn't have a bowling alley anymore, so that makes things a lot tougher. So
Yeah,
all right, and we're off.
we're underway.
Coralie starts with a chop off. And a strike from Andrew.
Hey.
Bunch of the knockouts were down for the TPC this weekend. We had Riley, we had Sasha, Coralie was down. Darcy came down to watch Sasha on Sunday. Left at 1 a.m. to get there in time to watch him play. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
And much like you two guys who had good events there, Sasha had a nice run there as well.
He did. He played great. He played great. I love the intensity he plays with. I love with the energy he has. It's awesome.
Yeah, I had never witnessed the intensity before from Sasha, but yeah, he let us know pretty quickly who he was.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of those boys are getting so much better all the time. They keep putting in so much work into the game, and it's really showing.
Yeah.
A good shot by Aaron there, leaving it right corner. Good quick start here for the Storm Strikers. Coralie had 3 decent shots. Just wasn't the result that she for.
Yep, and the Storm Strikers new to the league, but certainly tons of experience nationally, up and down with them.
Big time. A whole bunch of people that competed at many, many nationals, that's for sure.
And that certainly helps for something like this too. I mean, just bowling in it as well. You feel a little bit of nerves and stuff like that, and definitely helps.
I think having the experience in the league definitely makes a big difference too. So maybe a bit of an advantage to kind of cover that for the knockouts, just because it is such a different environment. It is such a different experience being in it, but you just need to, as long as you know how to gel as a team, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so after a quick start for the Storm Strikers, we have 2 opens afterwards. Richie threw a strike for the knockouts there. Ryan gets the super spare.
Perfect conversion.
Is it just me, or have we seen people get better and better and better at sparing 3 pins?
I punched enough of them. I've got my perfect line for them. So
right. There's nothing more irritating too. It's like, how can you throw that first ball so bad and your second ball so perfect?
Yeah, and just place it exactly where you want it.
Yeah, and showing my age too, I think it's much easier to pick 3 pins than it used to be. Kind of the way the game's changed, and the same that there's more power chops and stuff with chairing the head pin out. It's much easier to do it with the 3 pin on the first ball.
True.
Or certain places you don't have to miss by much to pick the 3 pin out.
Yeah. If you throw high rotation, you have an opportunity to rip out those 3 pins too. But just hit the middle. All right, so after go ahead, Lonnie.
I was going to say both of these teams seem to play at a pretty fast pace. Actually, that first frame went by rather quickly, even though it was there were some open frames in there.
Yeah, and I mean the Storm Strikers came out early. The first 2 frames, got marks, and then the knockouts ended up coming out with the mark advantage after the frameless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and if the Storm Strikers are anything like the Rock and Rollers, it seems to be a theme in Newfoundland to get up there and let her rip.
it's the only way to play.
I'm with you there.
All right, so Coralie gets the 11 count there.
Taking our 3-pin comments a little too far there.
Yep. Oh, there's another one. Oh boy, they're everywhere. We got 4 3-pins now. And there's the conversion. All right, 67% so far.
Right on cue. Both teams off to a little bit of a slow start here, it looks like. But, hopefully they settle in here and string some stuff together.
For our viewers with the staggered start on the other stream in the other division with the Venom playing earlier, they started half an hour earlier, so they're in the 9th frame now. So I find when they're playing, it's almost like watching the Final Four, where you can one game ends, you just flip to another game, and it's going to be ending shortly. You just keep going back and forth. So
yeah, that actually works out all right. I'm just glad that we were able to find a solution for them.
Yeah.
Definitely a team that we need to keep in the league for sure. And if that means starting half an hour earlier, and I mean, it's worse on them than anybody else. That's 7:30 their time. They're there by 6:30 in the morning. Like, it is definitely no advantage to them for sure. So
yeah, because their former center shut down, so the only place they can play has existing leagues that start at 10 a.m. I think. So
yeah, they have Sunshine League starting starting at 10, so they got to be done by 9:30. So. All right, so Storm Strikers, after an open in the one spot, they filled the bottom. 4 straight marks. Waiting for a reset here on knockouts. That counted as a strike, but he had a 12 count, so I was shooting for that left 3-pin. Ryan could show him how to hit that.
Yeah, the Storm Strikers, as we talked about, only 1 point their first 2 games, but had 1184 to the Bombers, 1268 their first game, and then the Snowmen threw 1406 at them. So they, the first week, not horrible. They didn't play that bad. And I know, like, Stephen Brown had a 324 and ran up against Trevor Cook, who had 340 something.
Yeah, what do you do, right?
It's a tough league.
It is. I felt really bad for good half there by Richie. I felt really bad for the average pros their first week.
Yeah, they had a great game and
they shot 1,400 and lost.
Yeah,
I think that was to us, I believe.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, and then the next game they played Next Gen and just came out flat, and I think Brad started on a 9-bagger and just
great shot there by Ryan. That's exactly it. And it's easy to come out flat. You shoot 1,400, you lose, and you're like, man, that's one of the best games we've played. And now you're facing arguably the best team in the league, where they're going to shoot 1,400 at you likely, and you're like, now what?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Lonnie.
wasn't because I played good.
You got your revenge.
He had a good day.
You got your revenge. Oh, he did have a great day. Good finish there for the knockouts. The bottom 3 are putting up some good marks there. So top 2 will get this turned around here right away. But ultimately, decent frames for both of them. Just pulled up a little early on that one, eh? it was a better shot by Coralie there. Good half by Andrew.
Yeah, good cover.
Decent start to the year for Coralie in the first week. She had a 313 game.
She's a very quality player. She is very, very good. I've seen her clutch up a whole bunch of times. She used to play a lot of the big cash tournaments back in the day, and tons of talent there, tons of experience, a lot more than people realize.
It was kind of a funny story with Coralie. My very first cut I made was the Rose Bowl in Edmonton when they were playing it out of Bonnie Doon, and my first match was against Coralie way back a long time ago.
That's awesome.
She ended up throwing a 400 her last game. It was a total 3-game match. She shot a 400. I needed to mark my last frame to beat her, and I got a split. And the rest is history.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to tell Brittany to hit the 3-pin harder.
Yeah, I think we both giggled at that because twice in a row she wiggled it and it didn't fall.
Like, you're supposed to hit it, but you got to hit it harder than that.
Now, that is incredibly consistent.
It is, isn't it ever?
Be able to hit it on the same spot twice in a row and not knock it over.
So she shot a 400 to knock you out, Lottie.
Yeah, she went, I think, 7 or 8 in a row off the start. Got a corner, missed it, struck out for 401 or 403, whatever. And I had a big lead coming into that game, and I needed to mark my last frame, got a split, and
Crazy.
Wow.
That's wild. Great
that
shot.
would have been probably in the early 90s, I'm guessing, sometime.
That's crazy. I wasn't bowling yet.
Shut up.
I think it started at 96. I think 96 was my first year that I started playing.
Yeah.
Which still feels like an eternity ago.
The time goes by fast, but it doesn't.
It's very, very
Like,
true.
And back to Coralie, obviously.
Oh.
Is
Is it
that
gonna
gonna
pull
pull
it? Is
it?
it-
Oh!
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so neither. That was very close, though.
It was very close.
A little late.
Good half by Riley. Oh.
Oh.
He learned the lesson from Brittany.
Yeah.
Good half.
Yeah, just getting back to Coralie quickly. She's obviously very knowledgeable too. She's been on the commentary several times the last couple of years, and I think she does a really good job with that.
Yeah, it was awesome when she said, "Hey, like I want to do some of those things," and it's great to have her. She has good insight. She speaks well. Great shot by Andrew.
Yeah, real good shot there.
That said, it could be a stay-in shot for her here.
Yes, absolutely.
The 3 on the bottom for the knockout seem to have it going here, but a rough start for the top 2.
Yeah, there's got to be a change up top there soon. One of the two of them or both of them pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a close match right now, right? So like now's the opportunity before it gets too far behind.
Yeah.
That second spot, like with another open there from Brittany, kind of might give Sasha another extra frame there, but
Okay. So Amanda will be going in for Coralie next frame.
there we go. Oh, that's
Great shot.
Yeah, that's an absolute no-doubter. There it is for Sasha. Perfect. So he throws the next two. He's got the lead.
Yeah.
So that match is still in his hands, so that's good. Down to Chris.
I know I do, when I'm looking at moves, I do take the matches into account for sure, but also, totals is a huge thing.
No, absolutely. Team total is going to be the most important thing, hands down. I love the way Richie bowls. It just like it works. It's just got so much rotation. It's just like, it's not your stereotypical style, but it's so consistent and he's so good.
Yeah.
Great shot by Ryan there too. Boom. Storm Strikers are heating up here. So are the knockouts.
And the bottom three here for the knockouts are kind of holding the top two in right now.
Yeah, they're playing great.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
If it wasn't going to go, it sure made it win. Yeah, holy.
Yep, it might have
I think one team from Alley 3 onto that deck.
Yeah, that's a great frame for the knockouts there. 4 strikes, 2 doubles. And they now have a small lead.
Yeah. With the marks going, yeah. Keeps it black for Andrew.
He seems to have found his rhythm there.
Just looking at the other stream, Venom just beat the Carnage 5-3, 1307 to 1294.
Oh, real close. All right.
Brad Wilton threw the first one in 10, left a corner on the second ball. If he carries that one,
I think we're getting a switch here. Sorry. I think we're getting a switch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Woods in for Brittany. You gotta love those close matches, Steve.
Yep. As a spectator.
Yes. Or on the winning side of that match.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes it fun, right?
That's right. Great shot by Sasha there.
Looks like he's found it.
He looks super comfortable. I don't know if he was doing it the first 3 frames, but like all of a sudden he's like, passing himself the ball from behind his back and stuff, and it just looks relaxed,
Yeah.
And like that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Great shot.
And I don't know if that is his pre-shot routine, but I noticed in TPC he was doing the same thing. So I don't know how long he's been doing it, or if that's just the way he does things now as he approaches his dots. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I noticed it in TPC as well.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out, see whether he does it all the time or if he does it when he's just feeling it.
Yeah, for sure.
Great shot by Richie there. He's playing very well.
Until those first 2 balls, both teams were rolling heading into the break here.
Another coming in.
Oh, that missed left again.
Oh, and Ray's going in for Chris.
Everyone talks about like, oh, the odd lane is like messing me up, or the right lane is messing me up, and then you watch this and you see how often you see strike punch, and this, and I'm like, yeah, it's all in your heads, people. It's all in your heads.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
So 25-pin match heading into the anchor boilers here as we head into the break.
So Rob says Sasha's been doing that since for as long as he's known him. So that's cool.
Okay.
I like seeing different pre-shot routines. And Bill, yes, we will try to do that. We'll make sure that we put up spoilers if we start talking about the other side.
Sorry, Bill.
Back in my younger days, I'd be really stupid. I'd like flip balls around and flip it up behind my back and over my right shoulder. And I never once clocked me in the back of the head, but I stopped because it was coming. All right, into the commercial break. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back. Currently, knockouts are up 563 to 533, up 2 balls basically. Couple of doubles in there, a strike and a spare. On the other side, Storm Striker's got 4 spares going right now, so they both started to heat up going into that commercial break. Let's see how they come out of it. That was definitely the one thing that took a little bit to figure out. When we started doing this, is just like, okay, all of a sudden we have like a 3 or 4 minute break in the middle of this. It's like, what do we do at that time?
Yeah.
How do we stay focused?
Yeah, and I don't think there's a direct answer for anybody. It's what's most comfortable, Some of the younger people especially would just sit and chat. Now you can throw balls off to the side if you want. So I know some of the older people that don't want to stiff it up on our team do that.
Oh, I absolutely do. I just want to say we're at 75% now for 3-pin spares. Okay, so Amanda goes in, she throws 1 ball, she throws a strike, then you get a commercial break.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. Couple of spares on the Storm Striker side. Sasha's found it.
And for anybody who's gone to live sporting events like an NHL game or an NBA game, the commercial breaks in person seem a lot longer than when you're watching on TV or when you're watching on a stream.
Very much so.
Is that gonna go? Oh, he was.
It did it again.
Yeah, he was hoping.
He was. And honestly, so I played their Dawson Creek, the South Peace Glass Classic, or what they had there this year, and it was awesome. It was super fun. But that happens a lot. On 1 and 2, you get to see it consistently, where like the all of a sudden the head pin is back in the gutter, and it'll pull the 3-pin.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're convertibles on that side, so
I see.
Lots of movement. All right, good half by Chris.
So the top match, 45-pin lead for Andrew. That second match was Sasha figuring out, got a bit of a lead. The third match,
Great job by Steve there.
Aaron will be trailing by anywhere between 40 or 50, depending on whether Richie gets his spare here. The fourth match, Chris being on a mark, got a chance to make up some ground, and 20-pin difference in the bottom match.
Still anyone's ball game for sure.
Absolutely. Northern Knockouts are taking advantage of those doubles. Ryan's throwing a bunch of bombs, and then the other ones are just left.
Yeah.
when his good shot is there, it's money. 60%.
Isn't that frustrating though?
Oh, it is.
How you can feel so good and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah. And that's how fast it changes, right? I mean, you still got 143 and 6, which isn't bad. Like, that's, you still got 323 up there, so like lots of points up there, but
with only 13 his last 2 frames, the counts really hurt.
Yeah.
On a turkey.
Yeah.
Shot's so good.
Go up by 35 with both players on strikes in the bottom match.
He's worked really hard on his game, and it's really starting to pay off for him.
There's a few too many misses on the Storm Striker side, not being able to convert the single strikes into doubles. Just the one double for them so far.
Good shot by Amanda. It's going to stay.
He's watching it? No.
Yeah, they've had quite a few misses on that side, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that we could see. No, sorry, 9. 9 that we could see. But, I mean, they're doing a great job of sparing them.
Yeah, that is one thing that's keeping him in it right now.
Yeah. There's the shot. Great shot by Steven. That's the set of lanes where Sasha like absolutely manhandled me.
Oh, really?
So he should be pretty confident. Should 1100 something for those first 3 at me.
Oh,
wow.
There.
All right. Oh, I love it. And the energy with it too. That's
Didn't even need the wall. He hit it thin and sent the 3-pin across, and it kicked the deuce.
That is awesome.
That's how you draw it up.
Speaking of 1100s, I know Andrea was saying that they had some open roll-offs this morning out there in Newfoundland. They do theirs a little differently. But Brandon Tibbs, who plays on the Rock and Rollers, had an 11:03 triple out of the gate this morning.
My God.
Wow.
He's phenomenal. Oh. All right, so we're 3 for 5 on 3-pin spares. Let's see what happens here. Down to 50%. Richie has his first stutter step of a frame, but he's been playing phenomenal the entire game.
Yeah.
You can't. Everything's been solid.
Let's see if Ryan can get back on track here.
And it's hard because once you have that frame, you're like, and you just start tightening up just a little bit more. Oh, that's a way better shot. At least it was.
Just missed, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, though, Dex, because we were talking about it actually last weekend in Edmonton about, some of the guys and how they finished and how they missed the cut. And the hardest part in this sport, I think, is the unraveling part. When you feel it kind of slipping away, to stop it and turn the ship around kind of thing. It is a very, very hard thing to do.
It is, because like your natural instinct is to tighten everything up, right? You want to make everything perfect. You want to even just shovel it at your mark so that you get it to where you want it to be. But like that isn't going to do you any good either. You're not going to get any of the results that you want. So you got to find a way to like execute properly, but to do it in a relaxed fashion. And like that is a really hard thing to do when you feel it unraveling.
Way easier said than done, that's for sure.
Oh, that's crazy. Great shot by Riley there. So a couple of marks for the Storm Strikers, 3 marks for the Knockouts. The Knockouts have a double there at the bottom too, so and a 117-point lead. So advantage to the Knockouts at the moment.
Yeah, Storm Strikers are going to have to put something together here these last 3 frames to just push them a little bit and make them think about, put a little bit of pressure on the Knockouts.
Absolutely, and they're up next game too, right? So you got to try to find something for next game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sometimes having that second game off is kind of nice. If you struggle a little bit the first one, you could have a mental reset and not worry about it and throw some balls or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes having that second game off kind of sucks when it's like, hey, like we just rolled. Like let's just keep going, But way to capitalize on the split spare. Take full advantage of that.
Keeps them in control of the match. Ooh, a thin to win.
That's a big double there.
Yeah, just their second of the match. So, it's close enough. They don't need much to get it going here.
Yeah, just some marks to put together and, put a little pressure on the Knockouts.
Exactly.
Like you said about the back-to-back matches, it does work both ways. We've seen it where if you're off a really bad game, sometimes taking time to, go and have a bite to eat and clear your head and regroup works. But I think we saw it with the Trash Pandas in the other division one of the weeks. They had and it wasn't the game against you guys, Dex. They had a dramatic win. I think it was against the Carnage, who came down the last ball and kind of won the match out of nowhere and then played right again and then just came out completely flat because they were still, almost like when you come off, how hard is it? You come off a monster game to do it again because you kind of have that, you have that rush, and then that letdown just goes you right away, where you don't have time to regroup.
Are you sure that wasn't against us?
No, there was another one. Yeah, their 2 wins were both very dramatic. Let's just say that. And one was against you guys, of course. Big shot for Riley, 3 in a row, heading to 9 for him. Huge lead in the match. Also helps totals, which are now about 140 in their favor.
That's going to match the double that was in the second bowler there of the Storm Strikers.
Yeah.
Need a frame here for the Storm.
Yep. Great job up top coming in by Amanda there for Coralie. 4 straight marks heading into this shot. Great shot for Steven. Looked great right out of his hand.
Another one. Storm Strikers are finding a sense of urgency here, maybe in the 9th.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get someone all it takes sometimes is get one person to get going, and then everybody else just stops pressing a little bit.
Isn't that
they don't have to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Great first ball by Ray there. Just cut through, and then he missed a spare. He won't be happy with that.
Yeah. That one's a tough one, too.
Yeah.
Exactly 100 points as of right now. But the Knockouts still have a couple players with a double in that last spot there by Riley.
Yeah, a couple good shots here can really pad that lead.
Ryan just trying to find something here, what he had found the first 4 frames. Seems to be fighting it a little bit here right now.
Yep, now that match could get interesting if Chris were to have a great finish.
Yeah.
Riley on the bottom now, just freewheeling for totals, his match well in hand.
Yeah.
Which is always a nice feeling when you go in and you're not worried about the match. You're just freewheeling to pile on pins for the bottom.
And every match is within striking distance for the strikers, except for maybe this last one here where Riley's kind of pulled away from Steven. But yeah, like there's still some points to be made here. That one is not gonna go. Yeah, if you can if total is out of it, you start looking at individual points and seeing on what you can salvage here, kind of thing. So if you can salvage, say, 3 points here, it's almost like a win for you, kind of thing. But you're going to need some finishes out of some of your players for sure.
Yeah. So Amanda here with a 219 max after coming in really well for Coralie.
So that first match is going to go to Storm Strikers.
Yeah.
As Amanda punched, and then it turned into a game of pickup sticks, and ended up with aces.
She came in, played pretty good though for Coralie.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll still have 139 for her 6 frames.
Yeah, so this one is within 13 here, kind of thing. So this one's still up for grabs here as well.
Yep, 320 max for Ray here, and 313 for Sasha.
Steven did not think that was a strike coming out of his hand. He looked dejected right from the time it hit the lane. He thought it was a head pin, I think, but it carried for him. He's going to win his match because of it.
Yeah, Sasha can clean up for 253 unless he gets a kickback. So total still 105. Can chip away at that a little bit here if Steven were to throw another strike.
Great shot.
Much more confident about that one.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we like that one a little bit better, I think.
Great fill there for Steven. Spare 5-bagger off the bench.
Yeah, no, definitely did his job there. When you can come back and steal a point off the bench, you're doing something good there.
And 200 for 5 frames always helps the average too.
True enough, yeah.
Great shot.
Great shot. This one's still up for grabs.
Yeah. Potential 287, 286 finish here.
Mm-hmm. Needs one more for sure.
Count.
Ooh. The Storm Strikers have seemed to found something here in this last couple of frames.
Yeah, they're stealing matches here.
Yeah.
And they're outmarked on the bottom, but total's still not out of the question here.
Yeah, by coming back and sealing a couple of these individual matches, they've actually climbed themselves right back into total here.
Yeah, 1184 to 1142.
They've got 1232 left. Well, now 1217.
Yeah, they need them all.
Yeah, there's not much room for error now.
Yeah, especially with Riley's spare to count on top of as well.
I think that's going to do it, right?
Yeah, as long as Riley just needs to hit anything.
He can
shut him up totals, yeah.
He can rip a 3-pin on the first ball.
Yeah.
And they're fine.
That would just rub it in.
All right, so this is going to end up being 5-3 in favor of the Knockouts.
Which is almost like a win for the Storm because they didn't play really terribly great but they did play good in the 9th and 10th to steal a couple of matches here. So I mean, the loss isn't as terrible as it could have been for sure.
Oh, 100%. And at least they found something to give them some momentum going into the next game.
Yeah,
which is really critical. They're going to get themselves to 1,200 here. And the biggest thing is that they just struggled hitting the middle there for a while.
Yeah, no.
But once they got back onto it, they were good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that for the first match. 5-3 finish for the Knockouts. Ooh, that is not what anyone wanted to see. Perfect. We'll wait a minute for the managers to come in here, and we'll have a quick chat with them. But good match. I mean, hey, like at least it came down to the wire there. It was, partway through that match, it started to look like it was going to be a blowout for the Knockouts, and then the Storm Strikers clawed their way back into it. So
yeah, the Storm Strikers got to feel good about stealing a couple of those points there at the end. Needed some help, of course, from the Knockouts, but they did their job by striking and putting some pressure on them and stole a couple points.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's all about the small, moral victories, and even winning those, stealing those 3 matches could give them implications down at the end of the season, right? So we have our first manager, and we got Darcy. Hey, Darcy. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
You have your case.
All right, we'll talk to Andrea. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, not so bad.
Good.
That was a rough one. Rough
Yeah.
start for sure. Too many misses of bad bit.
Yes, but then you guys found it, and you guys came storming back at the end there, which is really important. You guys are going right back at it next game. It seems like you guys have found something. Your last 3 frames were great, so at least you got something to build on. You guys stole a couple of matches, which could be huge at the end of the season too. So lots of positives at the end of it. How's the teams feeling?
Pretty good. I think the last part of that game where they came back and stole those couple of points certainly brought them out of the little funk of missing and stuff. But I think we're ready to go again now.
Yeah, you guys look locked in now.
Yes.
You guys have the Lumberjacks next. But we'll talk about your lineups and stuff after the commercial break here once we get Darcy in. But Darcy, you there?
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. We're good.
Okay.
Good match for you guys.
Yeah, we needed a positive match. Some of our struggles streamed into last year, so we needed to string something together here. So it was good.
Yeah, you guys played good right from the start. Amanda came in; she was great off the bench there too. So that was great for you guys. A 5-3 win, I'm sure you'll take. That's the way
100%.
It could have gone any way in the middle of that match, and then you guys really took a good lead in 5, 6, 7, and then they started coming back there at the end, but you guys held them off. So that's excellent.
Yeah, no, the guys really needed it for a confidence boost to get themselves fired up again. So
yeah, and honestly, coming down the line, all of a sudden that split spare could have played a factor.
Yeah, lane 1 and 2 is just Sasha's lanes. It just
I mentioned it.
The worse he throws, the better results he gets. So
fair. Well, great match. Congratulations. That's exactly what you guys needed. You guys are back in 2 matches. What do you guys got planned for the break in between?
I think we're just going to sit around here, watch some bowling, and talk. Maybe throw a few balls and wait around for our next one.
Beautiful. Well, sounds good to me. We will run our commercial break here, and then Andrea will bring you in right afterwards with the next match.
Sure, no problem. Great game, Darcy.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we are back, getting ready for our second match of the day. We've got the Storm Strikers versus the Lumberjacks. Storm Strikers just finished their last match, losing 3-5, but came back. The Lumberjacks have had a great start to the season. They're 11-5 to start. We'll bring our managers in here right away. All right, we have Andrea back, and we've got Sly. Welcome aboard, guys.
What's up, guys?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good to see you, Sly. How's the team feeling this morning? How you guys doing?
Rushed in. We got a little bit of practice. I think everyone is pretty in good spirits. So, yeah, we're here to compete.
Good. Good to hear. We didn't see any of you guys out last weekend, so I can't really tell how you guys are playing this year. Everybody shooting the lights out?
That was
Really. Depends. It's on and off, but I think everyone are in their close to their feet right now, so that's good.
Good. Okay, so Andrea, you guys are putting in your lineup first again.
Yes.
Who you got?
We're going with Andrew Dunn on top, Stephen Woods second, Aaron Morey third, Chris Harris fourth, Stephen Brown fifth, and Brittany and Ray on the bench.
Perfect. And Sly?
We've got Fred Martin, David Saunier, Matt Leonard, Matt Wallace, and Max Beauchamp.
Perfect. Awesome. Any last words against each other?
Well, guys, let's have a good match.
Yes, good luck. Good bowling.
Good luck.
Perfect. Well, good luck, guys. We'll go right into it.
Thanks.
Perfect.
All right. So just waiting for the Lumberjack scoreboard to come up here. And then we'll get going.
It should be a good match. Again, coming off that huge finish to almost come back and win the match. Not surprised that Stephen Woods back in the game. You know, great finish for him off the bench, 200 for 5. They'll just be looking to keep it rolling, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You like to have that production coming off the bench, but you would rather have that production from the first frame on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. And as we talked about, it looked like once a couple people got rolling a little bit, everybody else seemed to relax and go with the flow. They looked to be just a little tight and pressing most of the first game there.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And then for the Lumberjacks, obviously a really talented team. The last 2 years gotten off to really bad starts for them, and then an uphill climb each time. I think starting with 2 wins and 11 points, they might be a little more confident now.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to make the same comment. I mean, at the end of the day, like, this team is so good, and every year we're like, yeah, these guys, they're going to be competing to win this championship 100%. And then they struggle out of the gates, and they just can't seem to, like, climb their way out of it. You struggle too long. You struggle early in this. It's really tough. It is really, really tough. So it's nice to see them start off good because we know how good they are.
Yeah.
I think they're having TV troubles at the moment.
It appears that way, yeah.
This is literally a TV timeout.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's a little hard to read right now.
Yeah.
Andrew wasn't waiting around, though. He just went up and buried one.
Honestly, respect. I do the same. That's like
exactly, yeah.
I hate waiting.
Well, Matt Leonard had a pretty good tournament at TPC. I know he averaged, pretty good in his qualifying shift and was one of those top guys in the qualifying. I didn't really get to see how he played in the match play on Sunday, but
yeah,
he qualified third.
Yeah,
I know on the A side, he won his first match there at least. Afterwards, I didn't get to see him much. So
yeah.
Are we moving lanes or? We have a. Hello, Scott. How's it going, Sly? What's the deal, man?
Yeah, we're having issues. We're going to move the scoring camera.
Okay. Are you moving it left? Are you moving it right? Which one are we? Are you on the same monitor, or what's the plan?
Sorry, what?
Are you using the same monitor, or are you moving monitors completely?
We're going to move to the front screen, I guess, just for the scoring, and the back camera is fine. It's not going to move.
Okay, sounds good to me, buddy.
Yeah. Bring it over here. Staff.
All right, we'll just mute that for a moment.
Live television.
This is when you get live TV here.
Yeah.
That's right. Matt. I know Matt won his first match, and then he faced Tyler, and he lost to Tyler on the A side.
Okay.
On the B side, I'm not sure how he did. He lost to Parker.
Okay.
So he just won the one match there. But when I was talking earlier to about having back-to-back 400s thrown at me, last year was Tim. Tim finished the first round with a 400 against me, and then I shoot against Matt Leonard on the B side, and I shoot 380 my first game and lose to 400. And I'm just like, these people really dislike me.
Dax, is it
okay
now?
Yeah, I'll be able to make that work.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, so give me a second here, guys, while I get this all loaded up. And then they can go ahead and get started.
As we were saying, good start to the Lumberjacks season. 11 points in their 2 games. Also playing in a different center this year. I don't know if psychologically that will help them too. And a couple key pickups with now with Maxime Beauchamp and Matt Wallace on the team.
Yes, absolutely. There's so much talent on that team. Let's go through those, shall we? Okay. It's a lot of you to the Storm Strikers. I'll get you to do it again. You did a great job.
All right. So the team roster here for the Storm Strikers, we have Brittany Whitten, Aaron Morey, Ray Dumpy, Stephen Brown, Stephen Woods, Dave Hahn, Andrew Dunn, Chris Harris, and manager Andrea Harris. And they're playing at a Plaza Bowl in Newfoundland.
Perfect. And the Lumberjacks, we've got Sly Bercier, Max Lafreniere, Matt Leonard, Fred Martin, Isabel Son, Chantal Cyr, Matt Wallace, Maxime Beauchamp, manager Max Lafreniere, and playing at Paris. Right? They're playing at Paris today, aren't they?
I didn't hear actually where they were playing.
Yeah, this is Paris. They're playing at Paris.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good to go. I think they got a strike in the first frame.
Is that, yeah, okay. Looks like, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge.
Oh, okay. So they're bowling. Okay, so they're bowling on the right lane. Okay. I was confused. All right.
And then the new Rebels are playing at the same time, right? Or they play next game, I think, on the other division.
Oh. Kind of iced the Strikers there for a minute. Good strategy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, so Lumberjacks start with a strike and then back-to-back punches.
And again, with the little technical difficulty and delay, you wouldn't think at this level it would bother people. It might be a little frustrating, but that's where you just have to use your experience and get over it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're used to having breaks in between games and stuff all the time, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. But
yeah.
And it doesn't look like it gained anybody an advantage.
No.
Great shot there by Matt Wallace.
So rough start for Chris last game, 87-5, but back in there this game in the same spot. And again, that's where managing this is totally different than, say, the Open, where you're there for an extended number of games, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. You're 2 games and done. So, it's how much you're managing for that day, but also for long term, right?
Yeah.
Oh, just about.
Little thin, eh? Good shot there from Steven.
For the Lumberjacks too, obviously with Max Lafreniere as player manager, obviously he had a great couple years 2-3 years ago, won the exciting singles open final at Plaza in St. John's, where the Storm Strikers are actually. But, some injuries the last 2 years. So I'm curious if he's going to play a lot or if they've got him kind of as manager, and whether they will go with 7 and kind of have him as an emergency.
Yeah, totally fair. I mean, we all know that he is like one of the absolute best in the country.
For sure.
Gold, open gold medalist for singles, which is like a hell of a feat. Just truly an incredible player, and it's tough watching somebody go through those injuries. But it'd be nice to see him back out there. It's a shoulder injury, right?
That's as far as I knew. Yes.
Yeah, which makes it really tough. Like the shoulder's mildly important for this game.
Yeah.
Because
I know watching the last couple of years when he did play, he'd look great for like 4 or 5 frames, and then out of nowhere, it obviously affected him. He'd, throw a few balls astray. That normally wouldn't happen.
Exactly. You just kind of lose the handle a bit, and if you lose the strength in it, then you lose the control.
Or the feeling,
Exactly.
Do we know how he hurt his shoulder? Was this through bowling or was it through something else? Or
I'm not sure.
Not sure. I believe he's a contractor, so I think he's got a very physical job.
Right.
I might be totally wrong. That's what I thought.
Great shot there by Aaron.
As we're talking about how things can come and go, Stephen Woods just lights out 200 the last 5 frames last game, and then find it on the first ball this game.
Yeah, that's something. Eh?
It's crazy how field changes as fast as it does, and I really think that's like a big part of being successful in this game is learning how to mitigate those feelings and how to just maintain the feeling for as long as you can, maintain the mental space for as long as you can. I mean, how often do you see somebody shoot a 400 and then shoot like a $180 after, right?
Right.
It's learning how to okay, we just had this big match, we just made this big comeback, and I'm just gonna go for a walk and just bring my energy levels down and just try to get back into the same mental space you were before. And
Right.
it's hard to a lot of times you see people throw that big game and their focus changes to results over execution, and that's really not where your brain was at before too. So it's recognizing those things and getting back into it. And sometimes you have those breaks or you have those big emotional letdowns after a game, and then you got to find your way back.
Yeah.
And totally different too, right? In a team setting, especially with only 1 game at a time or 2 games at a time, as opposed to if you're in an 8-game qualifying block where you can throw big games and whatever, but the energy level doesn't quite get to the same as it does when you're playing on a team.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And it's really important when you're on a team too, and you have one of those emotional letdown games, that you have somebody that could pump them back up or just relax them, tell a couple of jokes, get their brain off of bowling for a second, so that they can either get out of that that negative mindset or bring them back down from that huge energy high that you had before, that you need to mitigate just a little bit going into the next one. You don't want to go in and crash.
Yeah.
How many games did you play last Sunday, Dex?
I played 20 on Thursday and 21 on Sunday. And then my 4 for doubles or whatever. So
right. So 21 games, in addition to the physical toll, mentally, no other sport puts you through potentially 12, 13 hours of straight competition where you've got to harness and focus. And in addition to the physical strain, the mental part is just so important.
It's crazy. The year I won TPC was in Collingwood, and I played every game possible because I lost the B final to Johnstone and then faced him in the finals. I played 33 games on that Sunday, and it was from 9 a.m. in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. Because Gino was running both sides for a long time too. Yeah. So I had like a five frame break every game, and it's just like so it took a while, but yeah, that's a mentally exhausting day. You learn a lot from it though. All right. So it starts with a double and then a 5. And Andrew throws the turkey.
Andrew off to a great start.
Yeah.
And the Lumberjacks kind of started off a little sluggish here out of the gates.
Yeah, they have the double up top and then 3 opens in the middle and a spare at the bottom there.
Yeah. If you're gonna take advantage of a team as talented as the Lumberjacks, this is probably your opportunity to start making some headway and maybe get out to a lead on them. Yeah.
How often is there in a team match where you're looking to be like, okay, you know what, this is our opportunity to jump. Let's go now. Like this is our time.
And especially because they almost did it reverse the last game, right? Where they had a deficit and then had a huge comeback to almost squeak it out. So so you never want to take your foot off the gas. You want to, if you can get your opposition disinterested halfway through a match, do it while you can.
Yeah,
absolutely. Our 3-pin spare percentages are going down quick, you guys.
Yeah. It's hard to maintain that 50 or 60%. That's for sure. Even from somebody who spares a lot of them.
It's so funny how like we all have lines for them specifically for 3-pins.
Yeah,
you know? It's like it's bad that we have to have that in our back pocket, but like they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, try to get something going here for the team.
And judging by these starts here, I'm guessing that the managers are already looking at where they might want to make a move here to try and change things here a little bit.
Yeah, there's a couple of slow starts out there for sure. Matt can pick his wood for 35 and 3.
Yeah. And this is where the back-to-back games help too, right? Knowing, Chris struggled last game.
Yeah.
All right, so Chantal's going to go for Isabel in the next frame there, so she'll be taking over the number 2 spot.
Okay.
And again, I find even with the caliber of players, it's much easier to be proactive in this as far as making moves, knowing that the players coming in have been able to throw on the side and with 2 fills, right?
Well, that's exactly it. You got 2, so you know what? If you put somebody in, it doesn't work. All right, well, put in the other one.
Right.
Right.
I love that new.
It is nice. It is something that we just don't see very often, well, at all in our game anymore. So, and I wasn't around for the Open when the mixed team had the double pull. So it's a nice wrinkle.
I was.
I'm sure Lottie was too. Like I think it was like mid 2000s or early 2000s they changed that rule. So
yeah.
Our percentages are getting higher, guys.
Yeah. And it looks like the Storm Strikers have figured out a little bit. It looks like they're hitting the middle at a more consistent pace here this game than they did last game. So maybe just settling in a little bit, but just got to get it on the side here now.
Great shot by Max there. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's that fine line we're talking about too, right? You start missing, your instinct is to tighten up a little bit and make sure you hit the middle, but you got to make sure you do it in a relaxed fashion. Otherwise, this is the result you're going to get. So,
Yeah.
but once you get there and you start hitting, then you can start like tweaking things a little bit to get to where you want to be.
Right.
Spoiler alert in the other division. I don't want to ruin it for you, Bill. The losing team that lost 6-2 shot 1343.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. So a good match over there.
Yeah.
Andrew coming out firing right off the hop here. 135 and 4-bagger to start. Huge. And like that's what you need, right? You have that top guy going. It just seems to make it easier for everybody below.
Absolutely.
Do you think Steven picking that 2-pin on the second ball and 3 was strategic? Good roll.
Oh, there
There we
is.
go. Top 2 are rolling, so
Yeah.
up top there for the Lumberjacks. Double 5 spare quarter spare 2. So like great start for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Chantel is in. Great shot. She is such a fierce competitor.
She is, yeah.
I love it.
I love watching her bowl. Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Just so much fire and the sweetest person.
Mm-hmm.
But so much fire in the belly. I love it. What a frame by the Storm Strikers. There we go.
Great frame. They finally picked up what Andrew was throwing down up top there.
Yes.
Off the wall for Matt on the board.
And it's nice, always nice to have someone on a big run too, where if you got a couple people that are struggling, you know that you're not burying your team for totals, and you've got a chance to figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it just gives the opportunity for the rest of the team to relax just a little.
Yeah.
And with Chantel coming in there again, shows the strength of the league that you've got a former national champion, someone who's been to a zillion nationals in the Open and in Masters coming off the bench.
Yeah, and it's always interesting because obviously Quebec and Gatineau have their relationship with Ottawa where they can play back and forth for different teams and stuff. So it's interesting seeing Matt Wallace and like Matt Leonard play for the Lumberjacks, but that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Leonard plays for Quebec all the time. Haven't seen Matt play for Quebec, so it's got to be kind of cool for him to have the opportunity to play with them.
Yeah. Yeah, because Matt lives, I want to say, almost an hour southwest of Ottawa. And so with Gatineau being across the river, it's probably an hour and a half away from them, but obviously close enough to play all their cash events.
Totally.
And of course, all the Quebec players travel well. They play everything in Ontario as far as cash events, club tour, stuff like that, and often travel to WCBT events.
Let's see if Andrew can keep this going. It's absolute no doubt out of his head. There was flush right pocket from the second he let it go. Great shot. Fred leaves the right quarter, but still a really solid start for him. Ooh, good squeeze.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. Fred just playing really solid. Throw the strikes when he can, grab the spares when he can. Good half by Steve there.
Yeah, and that's where you can't worry about what your opponent's doing. You're playing well, and you've got a good game going yourself.
Exactly. You just keep doing what you can do and hope that eventually you have an opportunity. Good shot by Brittany or Aaron. Sorry.
Good shot for Chantal, leaving the corner.
See, and having a player like Chantal on your team is so important because here, this is a scenario where it's like quiet. You're playing in a place that's really quiet. It's not like the Open. It's not like all those other things.
Yeah.
But she still has that energy. She throws that. She's running it back. You can see she's pumped up, and like that transcends into the rest of the team too. It's awesome. It's good to see.
Yeah. And I know the Lumberjacks the last couple years have tried things to get more energy in the center, whether playing at the far end and turn the music up, or something to bring a little extra energy into their game, into the center.
Ooh, good squeeze by Matt Leonard. Agreed. And honestly, like if I had my choice, I'd be playing with music playing all the time. I love it. I love it. But if you get the right music going for your team, it's great. And that's an opportunity that you have in this that you don't normally have for other things, right? So
I know we were talking about it with the Maniacs. We have satellite music at the bowling alley kind of thing, but it's so hard to find the right channel so I think we're actually just bringing a boombox next time we play a match, and we're going to do that.
Like, how awesome would it be to start a match and just start playing like Drowning Pool? Like, let the bodies hit the floor and like, let's go,
Yeah.
Great shot by Matt Wallace there. So they're finding their rhythm.
Yep, pretty 580 with 2 doubles and 2 spares to count on. Having a little trouble with my old eyes, even my new glasses.
Yeah.
The Lumberjacks have. And get the abacus.
Yeah, we can start adding 121, 72, 65, 92, and 4. And they all have marks and 5 right now.
Pretty good couple of frames by both clubs, though. Going into the break here.
And Max is heating up at the bottom there, too. So, good start. We're going to go into commercial break, and we'll come back with our final 5 frames. See you guys soon.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we are back. Ready to go for a big back half here. All right, so by my math, with marks counted in Lumberjacks, would have 573.
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark.
Andrew with the 6-pack out of the gate.
Huge, and you always wonder what it's going to be like after the commercial break. Hey, I'm going on a heater here, and then all of a sudden, okay, let's wait 2.5 minutes. But
yeah,
get that strike coming out of it. Now you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
So if you were someone that normally threw on the side during a commercial break, if you started on the front five, would you still?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you don't change the routine just because of what you got, for sure. Yeah.
It's just a matter of keeping the body loose, right? And I'd rather like throw a ball or two if I have the opportunity to keep the body loose and feeling the same way it was than to like give the opportunity. I seize up way faster than I ever have before. It's crazy. So, and like I'm also dumb and I go a million miles a minute and I'm done before everybody else, and then I give myself a 10-minute wait no matter what I'm doing. but yeah, if you could keep loose, that's what it's about. And if you can't throw balls, then I think like, going for a walk or just keeping the legs loose is like really important. The upper body seems to stay fine. All right, so Brittany is going in for Aaron.
Okay.
So we have one substitute each on both sides now.
Great shot by Matt.
Yeah, he seems to have found it.
Yeah.
At least it's easy to see strikes on their board.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, good squeeze there.
And Matt misses right.
So that match will be within a ball.
Yeah, 122 to 105 with a ball advantage to Chris. And a great shot by Steven there. Just no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Good half by Matt. We got a good match going down at the bottom there.
Yeah, just the one blip there for Steven there in the third frame. And the opening in the first frame for Max is kind of just let this one get real close. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's crazy how like you can make one mistake, and if you put that mistake in a worse spot than the other person makes their mistake, how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah. Pretty good frame by both teams, though. They're both carrying some marks here.
Yeah, 4 marks each. Striker's got 2 doubles, though, so there's an advantage there.
Yeah.
A couple of runners.
And I think that's what you always say in a team game is if you can have a couple of runners, a couple of guys going good, you should have a chance at pinfall at the end kind of thing if you can keep those guys going.
Yeah, and I know I use the analogy all the time in baseball that hitting's contagious, where it's a lot easier to hit if you've got people on base and stuff. Not everybody's trying to do it themselves.
And like Andrews letting that ball go, and they're absolute no doubters. They're flush right pocket.
Yeah.
Just. So going into this frame, it was 695 is what the Lumberjacks had. So they had about a 40 pin deficit to the Storm Strikers before Andrews' strike there. And you're starting to see the Strikers get amped up. You're starting to see some energy there too. So
settling in here, yeah.
And even with their finish last game, getting 3 points is a lot different than getting swept 8-0 or losing 7-1.
Big time.
Now they win this one, they're likely over 500 for the day, and that really gives them a better outlook on the season.
Yes, exactly.
Chantel Solid off the bench, of course.
Yeah, probably going to need some pushback here by the Lumberjacks here, and put a little bit of heat on the Strikers here and see if they can make this a little bit closer coming home here.
Do you guys, when you guys are playing, how often do you guys look at the scores?
I tend to not look a whole lot, unless it's getting down to the end kind of thing, but I don't really change my focus or nothing like that. I don't look a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like I'll look at like the end of the 9th frame or before the start of the 9th frame to see where I'm at in the match. But other than that, I'm just going out there trying to throw balls, trying to throw good shots. All right, we got another switch here. Looks like Sly is in from Matt Leonard.
Yeah.
Another 30 for Chris. He's just keeping it black.
Obviously different as a manager for me. I watch pretty intently.
The
ball. As a player, I think you've generally have a pretty good idea of how things are going. And I've always, because I'm nosy and I think it's more fun to know what's going on. I've always kind of wanted to know where I am, because my tendency is always to assume the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'll look up, and in most cases it's going to be better than I think, and that gives you more of a positive motivation.
Yeah.
As a pick-me-up, rather than, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, if you're in, if you're Masters Nationals or Open Provincials where you're playing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, if you're spending half your time looking at the scoreboard and analyzing, you're just wasting your mental capacity.
And like truthfully, like in those times, like I'll look at the scores way more often than I'll look at it in this. And I think that's natural because it's just there and readily available. But I don't find it like deters me much.
Yeah.
But it I'll tend to look more there more often. All right, so by my math, with scores or marks counted in, Lumberjacks are at 822 to 890.
Okay. It's close.
Oh, and he gets number 8.
The Snowman.
I forgot we had these.
That was an extra fun part of it doing the Challenge Nationals. I got to play with the toys.
Great shot by Woods there too. And Fred just playing solid. Get some strikes, make some spares. He's got 209 and 7. Like, he's got a solid start. It's not his fault he's down 100.
Sometimes when the opposition has a monster going, if you can keep your game semi-close, even though you're getting killed, it's a huge pick-me-up for your own team.
It is, absolutely. It keeps that momentum for the team. Great shot by Chantal. There's a double for them.
Yeah, big double there. Matches her opponent.
Yeah, exactly. So now she's down 18.
Yeah.
Storm Strikers is starting to hit their stride like they did at the end of last game, except they're doing it earlier this time.
Yeah.
With a better start.
Definitely look like they're feeling it right now.
One of those shots is like, please touch.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. All right, and Lumberjacks are fighting back. It's a second star frame for the Storm Strikers this game.
Oh, right, yeah. Every fourth frame.
And I did send a spoiler alert in the other feed to maybe flip over to this one.
Yeah, there's a pretty decent game going there. Yeah, Lumberjacks are feeling it now too.
Yeah. A little bit of pushback here. So, maybe sensing a little bit of urgency that time to go here.
Yeah, it's now or never, right?
Yeah.
And again, if you're the Lumberjacks, you're telling yourself there's still lots of points left.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Right? They've got a couple. Well, the one huge game and another really good game on the other side, but it's not over by any means with 2 frames to go.
Yeah, the other four matches are a coin flip right now. It's anybody's game.
It's a rough time for a tangle.
I was thinking the same thing. That one took a long time, it seemed like.
So some lead-off bowlers I know would have been like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, oh, exactly. I'm just itching to go, right?
Yeah. No matter how many strikes you're on.
Oh, good shot by Max.
Yeah, power chop.
On the rare occasions, you're hoping the opposition throws a strike.
So let's say you guys are playing the Open, and you start a frame, and a team, your team goes up, you throw a strike, the other team goes up, they throw a strike, they get a tangle. Do you wait on your side, or do you guys keep going?
I don't wait. I keep going.
Most keepers keep going.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. We had it one time in Medicine Hat. We were at the Open playing, and we threw a strike, they threw a strike, they got a tangle, and then we just kept going. We ran it off the sheets, and it completely changed the entire tide of that match. But when you have that opportunity, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah, well, for sure. And it could work against you as well. Like you could open a couple frames and all of a sudden you give them a little bit of life or whatever, right?
For sure. Or you finish and then all of a sudden you have your break and then you have to wait the 5 minutes while they're waiting for them to finish their frame too. But so Lumberjacks have 9:49 by my math.
Another one for Andrew. Good for him.
Good shot by Fred.
Yeah.
We haven't seen one of those in a little while.
Yeah, it looked like he was a little fast on that one.
Could almost restart the percentage count. It was going downhill anyway.
It's gonna leave Chantel a pretty good opportunity to take driver's seat here in this match.
It is.
In her individual match.
And then they get another tango with it too. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This is a huge opportunity for the Lumberjacks right now.
We're 0 for 2 today on TV shots too.
Yeah. Same thought.
Yep, Coralie punched hers out as well.
Oh, just enough.
Yeah,
Just enough.
Almost jumped it.
Yeah, ball's just heavy enough, eh?
Yeah.
All right, big shot here for Chantel. Oh, that's a huge ball.
Massive ball. And no doubter as well.
Strike 2 spares and a triple off the bench.
Oh, blow through. Touch stand on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Good shot though. Oh, that's a big opportunity now for Matt Leonard. Or sorry, Matt Wallace. And Sly answers with his own 3-pin. It's a big spare now.
Yeah. Oh,
This is a really big spare. Good count, but didn't quite carry it. Great shot by Steven at the bottom there, too.
That's such the frustrating thing about punching a 3-pin too. When you throw a great second ball and you know it has virtually no chance of getting a spare.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, this is an important ball here too, as well. After his opponent has missed his corner, he's can take a driver's seat in this match here as well.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunities up there now, right?
Yeah.
To not only maybe make a run at the total, but to steal some matches here, like that's a huge shot.
That is huge, yeah.
So 206 going into this. So they should have 11-12.
Sly just posted in the group 11:42.
11:42.
Before that shot, before the spare shot. So 11:52.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
Perfect. All right. This should be an interesting finish.
Yeah.
Front 10, there we go.
Great shot.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think that they're getting the first match.
And again, great job by Fred keeping it close as close as he can.
Yeah, exactly.
Went up till the end.
But Fred played solid the entire way through, yeah. Oh,
Push, front 11. Ooh!
Got that out a little further.
It still had some fingers on that, though. I like that he's not taking his time on this at all.
Yeah, I thought he'd be waiting for his ball, but he picked up that second one off the rack after he threw the first, and he was up
quick.
there.
There's no hesitation.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Do it. 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 Yeah!
Oh,
Let's go. Wow. Wow.
That's the first one, hey?
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations, Andrew.
No kidding.
And he gets to go back and he could watch every ball forever.
Yeah, absolutely, hey?
That is absolutely awesome. Congratulations.
Pretty special.
And they were all solid. Like majority of them in the pocket, couple thick ones you broke up, but all natural strikes. Pretty to watch. That was amazing.
Yeah, I want to say the last two were probably the they were thick, but good enough to carry, obviously. But yeah, like the other ones seemed like they were all pocket shots.
And you know what, to have that moment and have it thicker, but still have enough like relaxation that you're still getting fingers on that shot to crack that up.
Yeah,
good for him.
The second match here, it looks like Chantel's going to just squeak it out here.
Yeah,
so it's going to go 1-1 here.
Yeah, by 2.
Yeah. Erin looking to come back in her match with another great shot. She's got control of this one now.
Great job by Chantel off the bench. 203 for her 7 frames.
And Brittany is doing great off the bench on this side too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what frame she went in, but
7 first ball, and she started 7th.
The Lumberjacks were really pushing here at the end, and they shut the door.
Yeah.
Like.
Good job from coming off the bench here as well. I think she came in the 6th frame in the second ball, I believe.
Yeah. So 143 for 4 is a great fill.
Yeah.
Great shot by Chris there.
And Brittany was trailing when she came in, so she'll get the win as well.
Yeah.
I believe total is pretty much locked up at this point.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Another great shot by Chris.
And I think, this one, I think that gives him 232 and 8. So,
so he's already got that match because he's got 252 no matter what in 9. So
yeah. So it's going to go 2-2 coming home here to the final bowlers.
Good finish by Chris.
Well, much needed win for the Strikers for sure.
Oh, big time. And they did it in the most dramatic fashion that you could possibly do it in.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we should probably interview Andrew after this game.
Yeah, we'll get him in for sure.
And looks like this last one will go to Steven here as well.
It does. So that's going to be a 6-2 split. Final. What a game.
Well, I'm glad I got to witness it at least.
Yeah.
Got to, it was like I was there.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Great game. 1494, is that? Yeah.
You can't blame Andrew for not getting 15.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Just so cool. You could do it in front of a live audience and
Absolutely.
have it forever and analyze
Friends,
every shot you made. So cool.
Curious to know how many were watching in the center.
Yeah.
All right. So 6-2 final for the Storm Strikers. We'll get our managers in here right away, but I can't think of a more exciting way to spend the morning. That's for sure.
No, that was
pretty
awesome.
good. It's hard to top that one.
How I honestly, it's probably a good thing that they played the first 2 games. They don't have the next one. We were talking about that letdown afterwards, and there's no bigger letdown than after throwing a PG. So,
for sure.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah. That brings. So the Storm Strikers were 9-7 today. 9-7. So it's a good day.
Yeah.
That's a good day. Hello, Sly. Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
The man of the hour.
Congratulations.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That is absolutely awesome. How are you feeling right now?
It's hard to describe, honestly. I'm still a little bit in disbelief, but it feels pretty amazing to be able to do that. Very happy.
Incredible. How happy are you that you don't have to play the next game?
Pretty happy. I can go celebrate a little bit now.
That is honestly one of the coolest things I've seen on live TV. And you can go back and you could watch it forever. You could cherish every moment of it. A whole country just got to witness you doing that. Absolutely one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Awesome. Thanks, Dexter, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it feels great.
And what was the atmosphere there like? Like, Pro League can be a little strange when you've got open bowling and the whole center watching one team playing an important game, but to have someone on a roll, and I'm sure it would have been madness with your own team. But what was the environment around you like?
Yeah, for sure. So the first game, it was pretty quiet here. There wasn't much on the go. The second game, a few more people started showing up. There was a few lanes up from us with a bunch of kids. So it was a little bit louder, which I would prefer, honestly. I like a little bit of constant noise in the background. And we actually have a bar here with a bunch of dart players in here. So they're pretty rowdy as well. So kind of, I would prefer that than it being too quiet. But, outside of that, having my team here and, kind of fire me up a little bit. And I had my wife and my son here and my dad here. So, yeah, it was really cool to have all them here. And I had some other support from our local bowlers as well. So it was great.
I love it. Absolutely so cool.
Is that your first one?
No, it's my second one, actually.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. How did this one compare to the first one?
Pardon me?
How does this one compare to the first one?
It's a little different. It was this one was on one lane, so I don't know if anyone has ever had one on one lane and 2 lanes, so that's a bit interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's obviously this one. It's fantastic to be able to do this in a league like this, and with a team like this. It means a lot, and it's an incredible feeling for sure.
That 10th frame. So how are you feeling in that 10th frame? The first one was absolute bomb. And then the next 2 were a little bit tighter on the middle, but you had great fingers on it. What were the emotions? What were you feeling? Were you super nervous? Because you took no time. You didn't hesitate at all.
Yeah, I just tried tried to stick with my same routine. The first one was, it came right out of my hand, and I kind of knew that one was good. The second one was honestly the same as the first time I had a 450. When I threw it, I'm like, uh-oh, that could be anything from a plug to a chop. But like you said, I had a pretty good roll on it, and I managed to get that deuce to go. So, I just kind of tried to stay in my routine. And then for the 12th one, I just took a deep breath and just tried to throw the same ball, and it worked.
Absolutely awesome, man. So cool to watch.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Sly, how do you play defense?
There's no defense in this, eh? So we were actually sitting here, stopped playing, everyone was cheering and everything. That was pretty cool to be part of. Congratulations. This is amazing, man.
Yeah, you guys played great the whole game. Like, really, you guys didn't play bad. You guys battled back. You guys are putting some pressure in coming down the final stretch there. But you can't defend against that. You just can't, right? So it is what it is.
We'll try to chip away a few points here and there. The pin falls out of reach. So
Yep. Yeah, you had a couple people come in and play really good off the bench, and that was awesome too. So yeah, I guess regroup and get ready for the next match. But you can't be too upset about that match, right? It is what it is.
It is what it is, and that's amazing. Like, I think it's the first one in the Pro League, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's making it even more special.
Absolutely. Andrea, 9-7 for the day. That's a good day for you guys. You got to feel like this game here could be a major TSN turning point for you.
Big game changer for us, for sure. We tried to stay away from the cameras too much this week. Right. First week, of course, everybody was kind of watching. This week, we tried to stay away from them, stick to our own game. And of course, as you can see, we started at the end of the first game, started bringing it on. And in the second game, well, they did what they did.
They did what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, big congratulations to you guys. Great day. Historic day. Really, really cool. Sly, good match, buddy. We'll see you back here in about 2 minutes after we run our commercials, and then we'll get you guys going for the next match.
I'm good.
Great game, Sly, and good luck in the next one.
All right. Great game, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we are back, getting ready for the next match here. How do you follow that? How do you follow that? Like, time for them to put on a good show, but we're bringing our managers. We got Darcy and we got Sly back. Oh, is Sly there? Sly? Anyways, hi, Darcy. Can we hear Darcy? Hey, Darcy can hear us. Perfect. All right.
Break fixing my headphones, so.
Oh, we're perfect. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are all set for the next match. Did you guys watch that last match at all?
Yeah, the guys did. I was bowling, so
Oh,
I didn't even know he was on a string until the 9th frame. I was like, what? He has 9 in a row? But
yeah,
congratulations,
crazy.
Andrew, on a great game.
So, what is that your strategy for this game? You guys are going to come out and try to throw a PG?
I'd settle if they hit the middle every time.
Baby steps, baby steps.
That's right. You guys are first up today for lineup. So, what are you guys looking for a lineup?
We're going to go with Amanda first, and then Sasha second, Richie third, Ryan fourth, and Riley fifth. And then we have Corley and Tiana on the bench.
All right. Do we have Isabel on here? Do we have somebody with audio? Sly? Isabel? Anyone? Anyone home? No. Okay, so they put in their lineup in the chat, so we can go with that. It's Fred, Chantel, Sly, Matt Wallace, and then Max Beauchamp. So that'll be their lineup for them. So the other two will be on the bench. Yeah, I guess good luck and good bowling.
Yep. Thank you. Good luck to the other team too if they hear me, and good bowling to you.
Yeah, have a good last match, buddy.
Yep, go get him.
Yep.
Oh, there you
Oh, Sly.
I'm here.
Hey.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I went through. You want to go through your lineup real quick, and then we'll get you guys going.
Yeah, it's going to be Fred Martin, Chantal, Sly, Matt Wallace, and Max Beauchamp on the bench.
Okay.
Good luck, guys. Bowl well.
Yes.
You too. Good
Oh,
luck.
well, buddy. Good luck, everybody. Have a good match. All right, away we go.
Sly, obviously, multitasking today.
Yes. Big time. All right, we got a different scoreboard going now, so this might be a little bit easier to see, so that's good. Away we go. Yeah, I'll run this. I'm a little late on that, but better late than never. All right, so for the Northern Knockouts, we've got Richie Bolio, Ryan Bolio, Sasha Latondra, Riley Latondra, who just messaged me and said he's going to follow that perfect game with a 170. Amanda McPherson, Tiana Shields, and Coralie Silagi. Manager Darcy Latondra, bowling at Hypertension Escape at Dawson Creek. Who wants to do the Lumberjacks?
I can. We got Sly Burstier, Max Lafreniere, Matt Leonard, Fred Martin, Isabelle Sonia, Chantel Sear, Matt Wallace, Maxime Beauchamp, manager Max Lafreniere. Not sure if he's there today. Their normal home center, Sadaki Denis. But you said they're at Perry today?
Yeah, I believe they're at Paris. I've seen I've seen stuff on my lot like pop up a few times, and I'm sure that's their center. So, all right, good start for both teams.
And we've got 2 possible perfect games already out of the gate.
Not anymore after you said it.
There's no
Rule number 1, Lonnie. Jeez.
Oh, my bad. I couldn't resist.
There's the one Winnipeg the Manitoba Open where Rod O'Callahan started with a double off the hop, and I decided that's when we were going to go live for the perfect game watch. And he hated every second of it, but it was worth it.
That's pretty good.
All right, so we're getting nothing but strikes.
Pretty easy to commentate this.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Good place to have it, I guess.
Absolutely. If you got to choose a point, it's there. Or 12.
Yeah.
Not on the run.
And the Rebels also playing there today. You just saw Guillaume Seguin throw a strike there on lane 10.
That's awesome. That's got to help the environment there too. It does help with us for sure when we're having like us and the average pros or us and the bombers playing at the same time. It's nice. Although sometimes we're together and sometimes we're like on the opposite end of the bowling alley, just depending on what we got in for the day. But
the Lumberjacks finishing the lineup or starting this game the way they finished last game lineup wise, and they had a decent finish last game, just too big of a hole with obviously Andrew throwing the perfecto and even with Stephen Brown having a really good game on the bottom.
yeah, they bookend that game so well that there was just very little you could do. Amanda's really anxious to go. Getting ready. Good half by Matt Wallace there. So, I mean, a great start for the knockouts there. 4 strikes and a spare. Man, Max came out of YBC just a couple of years ago, and he's been absolutely so solid in the adults. It's been crazy.
Oh,
really fun watching him play.
Yeah, I want to say that any YBC nationals that I've coached at or have helped host at NEBS, he's been there and oftentimes part of the color guard and just such a decorated YBC career. And obviously he's carried it forth with the adults.
Yeah, he's just fit in like a glove immediately. All right, so good start for the Lumberjacks. 3 strikes and a spare. A punch in the middle there, but a solid start for both teams.
Their totals are on the screen, nice and clear. That's a help.
Yeah. Ooh, almost pushed it. All right, let's see if we can start these percentages again. Oh.
And with Amanda's shot, I bet her percentage is a lot higher if she picks the other one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's a tough angle to get that ball to go across, or you have to be so precise on the right-hand side of that head pin that.
And then again, too, I think you approach this would be a question for you guys. You approach it differently being on a strike as opposed to if you're on an open frame?
No.
No.
Like, I'll change lines, but I'm not going to change the way I'm throwing the ball. Like, I mean, if I rip out the left 3 pin, me playing from the right-hand side, I'm gonna stay exactly where I am because I'll have both sides of the head pin to carry that. Whereas if I rip out the right side, then I'll move left and I give myself both sides of the head pin. But I'm not going to try to play inside or anything like that. Like, you made a mistake. I'm not going to change my strategies.
Yeah. No, I just didn't know if be a little more careful being on a strike as making sure protect you're not going through the hole.
It probably depends on the scenario. This point of the game, I'm going for the spare. But if I'm going in, like, if it's 10th frame and I need 10 points to win the match, then
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that it's change my strategy a little bit there. But for this scenario, I just go for the spare. All right. See if Ryan can get it. Oh. It was on the right track.
So I know that in the league, there are a few people playing manager. Obviously, Sly's running the team today. I assume. I don't know if Max gave them a lineup the first game and then said run with it. But other than that, you're looking after things. But it's got to be hard with. I know just as a manager, it's hard enough to play at the same time. Like I know Shane Chafe does it and does it well.
Shane's got the personality for it, though.
Yeah, because he doesn't. Nothing's going to bother him.
He has no problem saying what he needs to say, So like he's not afraid of hurting someone's feelings. You're trash. Get out. It is what it is, right? Whereas I think other people that are maybe a little bit more compassionate might struggle with it a little bit more, But I think it'd be super tough to sit there and analyze that the entire time, and then have to make those tough calls. And we tried to do it last year, and Vic did a good job, and Katie helped out, and they did a good job together. But it's not the same than having a neutral party and they're doing it.
Well, and I think because I might have mentioned it to Shane on one of the telecasts last year, where I thought he pulled himself out of a game a little quicker than someone else would have. And then, if you're managing, you might wait an extra frame to put yourself in.
Yeah.
I think if you're a player manager, you got to go with your gut and your decision, regardless of what it is. And you can't worry about not making it look like you're playing favorites with yourself.
Yeah, I totally agree. Him pulling himself early, and that might have been it. It might have been a thing where it's like, hey, another scenario, maybe somebody else is getting pulled, so I'm going to pull myself now. But sometimes if you're the player manager and sometimes you're playing and you just know you're not feeling it. And we're never going to tell somebody that, right? If you have a manager there, I'm never going to be like, pull me. Right. But when you're the manager and you're just like, man, I'm not feeling it. Then maybe that's what it is. Time to go.
Yeah. Good bounce back for Amanda. Stay within 27. Good start, both players here. And again, Chantal's coming off a great bench performance last game with 203 for 7 frames.
Just missed. So did Sasha. Both really close shots.
They both just got it out that little touch further.
Match play at its finest.
Yeah.
Richie, the first game, he'd go in stretches where 3 frames he'd look awesome, and then struggle for a couple frames, and then look awesome for a few frames. So,
great shot. When he's freewheeling, you can't stop him. He plays so good. Came in second at Open Provincials for singles a couple years ago, losing to Jordan Schuss, I believe. He's an absolutely phenomenal player. It's just someone that we haven't seen nearly enough. Ryan's struggling today. Struggling with control a bit.
His strike percentage has been pretty good, I think, but it's just getting it there. It's been the problem, really.
Yeah, just a little bit open with the shoulders when he gets to the line, and then there it is. And he took the tough angle at that too. So a really good start for the knockout so far. But they have 2 open frames and 3 frames so far. So
yeah,
cannot complain about that at all.
Yeah, speaking of strike percentages, it's been pretty good for the knockout so far.
So I don't know if we could totally trust the totals at the bottom of the screen for Lumberjacks. Because, It looks like they're like, I mean, it shows Fred having 90 on the side.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
it's anticipating like counts.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The systems watch them bowl and giving them built-in handicaps.
Yeah, there's a few systems that do that. I mean, like, yeah. I'm just going to keep a running total here. Great shot by Riley. He's well on his way to that 170 he promised me. Tough start for Sly here. It's very, very accurate. He's always very accurate.
Yeah. Looks like Matt might be coming in for him.
I see a bubble popping up on our group chat. Ooh, Matt Walsh with a good push there. Yeah, Matt Leonard in for Sly in frame 4. Ooh, just missed. You don't see Matt miss too many of those.
No.
It's very consistent. I also love their jerseys.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
The blue plaid is kind of nice.
It's fitting for Quebec. It screams Quebec, I guess, when you look at them, right?
Absolutely, it does.
I did like the old jerseys, but the new Maniac jerseys, Lonnie, are pretty awesome.
Yeah, or the white ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned out pretty good, actually. Yeah.
All right, let's see if Max can grab the spare. They definitely need something to kickstart them a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Knockouts are rolling pretty good here, so.
It was funny how the first match of the day we were saying there aren't too many strings like halfway through the match, but boy, did that change.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? So by my math, they have 322, not 347.
Okay.
With marks counted in.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they're giving a bonus 25 on the side for some reason. So
Right. Yeah.
It's 322
Okay.
to 344.
Yeah, the bottom three seem to have straightened themselves out. So, score-wise,
Yeah, no marks.
right?
Both missed left on the first shot. Touch. Ooh, just missed it. So an open for Amanda there. This feels like it's a time where like marks are going to be really important for Lumberjacks right now.
Yeah, I have that same feeling. You almost need a bounce back frame after missing 3 spares on the last frame, and just to get something going here a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Slide chipped out the 3-pin, but the other 2 were just clear misses, right? So got to find some momentum.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
She's so solid. And the match continues.
All right, let's see if Matt can give the Lumberjacks a little bit of a jump start here. Richie off to a quick start here on the other side.
It went. There it is. That's why he watches.
Yeah.
So it looks like on the Lumberjacks for spares, it gives them a bonus 10, and for strikes, it gives them a bonus 15.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Huge shot by Richie. That's crazy. Another 4-bagger to start.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
if you're watching, that can be demoralizing, especially when you're struggling yourself a bit as a team, and you look over and like, okay, the guy, he's broke off his string, and then all of a sudden he's got the extra deuce, and then now it's a 4-bagger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, our match against Trash Pandas, where we lost in 10, like Connor missed right on the first shot, and the second shot he hit clean, chipped the headpin straight out. We turned around, we thought the match was over. We thought we were good, and then the headpin kicked back and took out both the headpin and the 3-pin and the 2-pin, and we lost. We were like, what happened? What happened? I mean, at least it was at the end of the game, I guess, but we're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, right now it's crazy that the knockouts are when they've hit the middle 14 times, they've got 14 strikes.
Crazy.
So moral of the game, hit the middle.
In that match too, Dex, and the Trash Pandas did have a similar finish against the Carnage that they eked out a win. Not exactly the same, but not too much different. But the funny thing was, because Schwartz threw a double for you guys, if he'd thrown the third one, Connor would have needed a pick and a kick on the last ball to win by 1, which he ended up getting.
Yeah.
So, like, it would have been demoralizing either way.
that would have been awful.
If Matt throws the last strike and then Connor picks the head pin, like, we won by... No, we didn't. We lost by 1. Yeah, I understand it's part of the game, and especially it's something that, it's part of the Pro League, and, like...
It is what it is. Every house has an advantage in some way or the other, right? For different ball speeds and whatnot. And sometimes it means kickbacks, and sometimes it means you're going to get, better push on pins, and and it's just going to look different. It's going to look like they're clean strikes, but, in 90% of places, that's not going to be a strike. Rather than getting kickbacks, it's just different, right? So you can't get too upset about it. You just got to move on, because you probably threw a couple shots in there too that you probably got away with as well. So
yeah, it can be demoralizing to watch. I know, in previous years, we're not in the same division. This year, when we played a certain team, I was almost tempted to cover the lane camera.
Yeah,
and just see the score camera. Because I know as much as, and we have a veteran team, as much as you tell them, like, we can't worry about stuff, it gets frustrating watching, headpins turn into chops and chops turn into strikes.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, it's part of the game. I think, for the Lumberjacks the first couple of years, and I will say even for you guys, Lonnie, you're almost that you can be at a disadvantage sometimes playing in a fair or average, even slightly above average house.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's I mean, and like what you say, it is what it is. It's we do have a set where they're conversion, and you do get the odd kickback with the blowback chops where you get where you can get a strike out of it. But the problem is you get a lot more of those blowback chops when you hit the pocket where those are strikes on the other lane. So that's the dilemma that we face. But yeah,
right. And we're kind of the same way. I know for instance, with John Cowan being a fireballer, he would love to play at the low end or the where there's more silly stuff like that, but the natural pinfall is nowhere near as good. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So we kind of it helps the center playing on lanes that aren't used for 10 pin and 2. So we usually play in the middle where it's a little more fair and normal.
Yeah, it's all a balance, right? Like you're gonna get away with this here, but like you're not gonna get away with the other side of it. And it's just it is what it is.
Right. And one shot, and some shots might carry, and other shots, might carry for half the team, and the other half, people might be jumping corners all day. Like
exactly. Yeah, 100%.
That part goes both ways. It's part of what we all know what we're getting into.
So Sasha throws the strike, and Chantel converts her chop spare. So small advantage to Sasha now, taking a bit of a lead and a ball in hand in that second spot there.
A good chance for Matt to gain some sticks here. Great shot.
He was in a great spot. It looks like he got away with one because.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird reaction.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
But it was flush pocket.
It was, yeah.
Few misses by the knockouts, but I was just saying, Lonnie, only one time they've hit the head pin and not gotten a strike.
Yeah, just that first in the fifth frame here. Yeah.
Both bottom two players on the Lumberjacks kind of struggling. You wonder if we might see
another switch.
Yeah. It's just whether you assume totals are gone almost in the bottom match.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that 4-hole, like, that match is right there.
Yeah.
So do you make a switch there?
Probably the only thing that's keeping him in there right now is that just how close the match is, probably. But
yeah,
that's always a fine line. Hey, like when a person's in the match and you can tell that they're struggling, is how long do you wait before you make that move, even though they're right there, right?
Exactly. So going into commercial break, by my math, it is 5:46 for the Lumberjacks with the marks counted in to 6:33. 4 marks for Lumberjacks, one double there for the knockouts. So this match is a lot closer than it looks at the moment. So we're in for a good second half here. We're going to run a commercials. We'll be right back.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back. I see some movement out there too, so we may have some polls here right away. But how awesome is it that Heartland bought their own commercial?
Very awesome.
I'm just it's like, and the music is perfect for it. But I'm just sitting there being like, wow, that's a flex. Everyone gets to see them all the time. All right, so I think this is a big frame for the Lumberjacks. They want to come up flying and like kind of get rid of that deficit they've created. They have the opportunity now, so
yeah. Especially with the knockouts only having the one double working.
Oh, you really want it to go. Yeah, the one double and Lumberjacks got two doubles and there's another spare in there too, so good opportunity to make up a whole bunch of ground. Well, it was a good count. Bit of a missed opportunity there, but all right, so Tiana is going to go in for Amanda in the 7th frame. So Amanda's done for the day. Let's see if this match can continue. It's been a good match so far between these two. Yeah, great shot. Ooh, just a little left. Sasha's playing great, and like we said earlier, he plays so good when he's pumped up. Oh, good half by Chatel. Crazy that almost went behind the two pin.
Yeah, that was burn zone there. One of these instances here where Rich has just got off to that 4-in-a-row start, and then you wonder what the heck happened, eh?
Yeah. They're right now they're playing where it's like you guys said, it's like striker miss, and their strike shots are phenomenal. Just having a hard time making the spares.
Matt coming in strong here.
Yeah, he looks really comfortable. That was a really confident shot. Good shot by Ryan there.
Real big shot on, carrying total too and keeping that going.
Yeah, and staying ahead in his match as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like Matt got away with a little bit on that one.
Yeah, he looked a little off balance at the foul line there.
Yeah. Must have had some good fingers on that, though.
Yeah.
Needed it, though, to stay within 12.
Exactly.
Big shot here for Max.
So ultimately, that's a good bounce back frame for the knockouts there. They capitalized on that double which is really important. We've got a couple other strikes in there too, so.
Yeah, that third match will potentially get real interesting, though. A couple clunker frames by Rich and Matt throwing the triple off the bench.
All right. So it looks like 692 to 738.
Okay.
So match is definitely a lot closer now. 46 pins apart. Almost equal for marks. You trade out 2 spares for 1 strike, so pretty equal. Good shot by Tiana coming in.
Yeah, great shot. Of course, the automatic strike after he missed the corner spare.
Yeah. And he was off balance too, but when it hit the pins, it just exploded.
Yeah. We dropped that one, it looked like. It's wiping his hand like it almost slipped out of his hand, maybe.
Yeah. Chateau punches, so it's still definitely firmly in Sasha's hand. Oh! gets blown through on the left-hand side and then sends the messenger, and it's still just so much disappointment.
Yeah.
All right, so 214 to 180, 34-point difference there in that second match. So that's a good shot by Richie to the better spot. It's an important shot here for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I got him almost keep this momentum going here for him to.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is the one where they can keep clawing back a bit. The other double is done on the other side for the knockouts. So
yeah.
Yeah, just super clean out of the hand.
Yeah.
And basically gives them the lead back in the match.
Yeah. Big spare here for Ryan, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good shot. Good cover.
We try to tell the kids so much. Like, you look at the score in the third frame, and 86 different in favor of Richie. And 4 balls later, Matt potentially has the lead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's never over until it's over.
And especially with doubles, right? The difference between, the extra strike and 555 is 60 sticks.
That's a huge shot by Max, too. So 832 is their total after that frame. So it is now neck and neck.
Yeah.
832 to 857. 4 strikes, 2 of which are doubles, to 1 strike and 3 spares. It's firmly in the Lumberjacks' hands if they want it now.
And that's where the good teams, you really need to not just fight back, but be able to throw that extra frame on top of it. I see it. I almost equate it to like college basketball games where teams are down by a bunch early, fight back to get the lead to 2 or something.
Yeah.
But they've exerted so much energy doing that. They just can't maintain it.
Yeah. So far, that pull from Amanda having Tiana come in has paid off. It's a big double up top there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Tiana's come in and throwing that double, which is huge for them right now.
Big shot by Sasha there too. Good bounce back for him.
And that's kind of what Amanda did for them in the first game, coming in and having almost 140 for 6 frames to give them a spark.
Absolutely.
Well, those that look good, just right on the nose.
Yeah, it was released really well. Just unfortunate location, but this gives Matt Leonard a massive opportunity here. And speaking of coming in great off the bench, I mean, Sly struggled to start, and Matt has not thrown anything but a strike yet. So
yeah,
and that's why even if you're hitting and you're just not hitting well, that switch is okay because maybe somebody else can get it to the side. Like that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just all right. That was a solid job. I was brutally victimized by that this year, so I get it. That's a big shot for their team, though.
Mm-hmm.
Keep some pressure on Matt Wallace. Left. That's better. Just seems a little bit late on his first shots with his arm. Good cover by Matt.
The timing, is just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the other double here by the Lumberjacks.
This is their opportunity.
Yeah.
The knockouts have answered.
Yeah.
The way they needed to, for sure. You need the striker. You can't have 2 doubles and go 5 spares on both of them. I should shut up.
It's like he pulled that one a little bit, didn't get it out to his.
You know when those important moments are, right? And then, like, in those moments, you got to still remember to execute the way you want to.
Yeah.
And not look up and try to see the results right away. And that tends to be the pattern.
Potential for lots of close matches going home.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's so solid.
Potential to have 5 spares here in 8th.
Yeah, Mac's one of those guys, it'll look like a terrible shot out of his hand and he'll still trickle the head pin.
Yeah, exactly.
A normal person throws a terrible shot and it's a 3-pin.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Exactly. So 198. So they are now at 975 to 969 with 4 spares to 3 strikes, one of which is a double at a spare. So advantage back to knockouts, slight advantage back to knockouts here. We're having a good old boxing match, much better than the one we had on Friday. That ladies match was great. The ladies card was great. It was a terrible like decision, but the ladies card was good. All right, big shot here for Tiana. She is not out of this match at all.
No.
She throws this one. She's right in it. Oh, that looks good. Oh, we'll take the squeeze.
Potentially 30 pin match if they both make their spares.
Yeah, that's a big spare there to keep the advantage. Both. Good half. So 223 to 183, so 40 pins.
40 pins.
All right, big shot here for Sasha. This can pretty much give him the match.
Just hanging around.
Yeah, 260 max, 275 max for Chantal. Oh, that one did blow through.
Yeah.
So 260 max now. Good cover. So that match will go to Sasha, minus the most catastrophic finish ever. Good shot. Good fingers on that. Definitely high.
Yeah. So 282 left for Rich. And Matt could still get to 314.
Ooh. So that match is probably going to go to Matt there. Good sticks. Advantage to Matt anyways, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal off the bench.
A little thick, doesn't carry the corner.
Yeah, you could just see the rubber on the 3-pin just like act like a brake and slow up on the lane there.
Yeah. That hurts.
That's a missed opportunity.
Wow.
So now not only do you not get the count here, so now you're behind one, but you don't have a spare either.
Yeah.
It's a big swing. Good push there, too.
Yep.
Got that one to the right side. That's a much better shot from Riley. His timing was way better.
So Riley with a 311 potential and 273 for Max if he would spare this and strike out.
All right, so 1,095 for the Lumberjacks to 1,104 with marks counted in. 4 marks each. 1 strike each. It's a 9-point game, and they're completely equal in marks.
All right. I like these finishes.
Ooh, split. So an opportunity here.
240.
What's left? So first match is going to go to the Lumberjacks.
After a couple of the big finishes we've seen in the last couple of games, both teams kind of limping home right now.
Yeah.
So Chantal knows the match is gone. She's just freewheeling for totals.
Not the time you want to start doing that.
No.
That's a big shot there for Sasha for their team total. Big shot. Had a couple balls get away from him. Otherwise, he's been incredibly solid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so by my math, Lumberjacks are at 11:31. Mark's all counted in. Yeah, great finish. That's a great game for Sasha. So is that 11:80? So about a 50-point advantage.
But only the one strike on the bottom.
Yes. So that's where.
And last match, even though they won totals, they are the first. They let a few matches slip away at the end.
Big time, yeah. Yeah.
That can.
That's a big push.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to come right down to the wire, that's for sure. Oh, he missed it. Oh, that's a big opportunity lost.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan goes out and throws an absolute bomb.
And not taking any time getting back up there.
No, not at all.
Still a great fill for Matt. He won't be happy with that 10th, but.
So they are at 11:59. Right.
Ooh, that was a big shot for the match, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11:59.
Doesn't need the first one, but definitely needs the. What does he need for? I guess he can go. Yeah, there's pretty much going to wrap it up.
Yeah, they're at 2:35 at the moment, so
yeah,
he just needs a 5 count to win.
Yeah, if he'd missed, he would have needed the full spare strike.
Ooh.
Well, he could make life a lot easier for Max here with one or two of those.
Yeah. They need every pin possible at the moment, so.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Max still has a shot at his match, too.
Yeah. Knockouts can only sit back and watch now.
Yeah. this is a huge finish for Matt. I mean, especially since like first 3 players are all opened in really a critical spot. For him to come out and finish the way he did is massive.
Yeah.
So 257.
1196. Or
1211 with the
including
with
the
the sparing, yeah. I need 42 points to win.
Oh,
That's going to cost them both the team match and the individual match.
right. 5-3, then it'll be in for knockouts.
Unless he magically spares this, but I don't think that's enough.
Just tough finishes for the Lumberjacks in the final frame here.
Yeah.
Back and forth the whole way, really.
Absolutely it was. So this is going to finish as a 5-3. Wow, close all the way through. Exciting. It's nice it's coming down to the 10th frame for a whole bunch of those matches. So, obviously the standout is Sasha shooting the 319, giving kind of a 90-point cushion there for the rest of the team. So, all right. So final 1253 to 1231, 5-3 split for the knockouts. We'll bring in our managers here. Hey guys.
Yep.
That was a good match. It was back and forth all the way through. Knockouts had like a good early lead, and then you guys, the Lumberjacks, came back and brought it all the way back, and then it was neck and neck coming right into the 10th frame there. Great match, guys. Obviously, Darcy, Sasha played great there. He wins his match by 89, which is kind of like the buffer that you guys needed to win there. So that was great. Sly, bit of a tough 10th frame for you guys. Matt Wallace gave you the opportunity there in 10 to have a chance at the total, but unfortunate time for punches.
Yeah, you summed it up good. Good match good match, guys. I think you guys deserve it. You played well. It was a little bit tough for us a little bit today, so we'll regroup.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a great start to the season, so this doesn't hurt you much, right? That's why you played good at the start of the year, because it kind of gives you a buffer. This was a huge week for you guys, Darcy.
Yeah, like last year, a lot of these games were falling on the 6-2 loss side. Last year, we had 6 games like that. And this year, we're flipping the script a little bit, and it's good to see, 5-3s. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, coming out and squeaking out those matches is what gives you confidence, knowing, hey, we can come back or we can hold them off. And that's what you need to have a great season.
Yeah, and that's something that was kind of hanging over our heads a little bit after last year. So I was actually going to get a bowling shirt and made the old 6-2, because it seemed like Pro League, the Open, a lot of games we were losing was 6-2, 6-2, 6-2, and it was kind of getting tiring. So,
nice to be on the opposite side of that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great bowling today, guys. There were some great matches. There was definitely some excitement. A lot of these matches came down to the final end. We had a perfect game thrown. I mean, you really can't ask for a whole lot more. So congratulations to you guys. Great bowling today. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We're going to run our commercials and get out of here. Thanks, Lonnie. Thanks, Steve, for joining me today. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yep, thanks for fun.
We will see you guys all next week.
And you can
Thank you, guys.
The other feed's still got 2 frames left.
Perfect. Yeah, switch over to the other feed. That's the end of it. All right. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yep, take care.
Thanks.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.